now I'm live both in my Facebook group and on YouTube. Hi everyone, happy full moon. Depends on where you are. Obviously here in North America, it's going to be tonight. On the East Coast, it's going to be just after midnight, so technically tomorrow. But I wanted to do this today, and then for Europe and Australia is tomorrow, Thursday morning. So what we're going to do, let's see here. Hey lovelies, hi everyone jumping on. So I'm gonna do this a little bit differently than maybe I've done before. So I'm gonna say a little bit more on the full moon and what that is in general for everyone, and then tell you where you can find it in your chart as well. And then I'm gonna do a pick a pile. So I'm gonna use 3 different decks. So I have these like big clusters, one for each deck that you're gonna be able to choose. And if you watch the replay, you can go back to that. I'll do them fairly quickly so that after that we can also just do, I feel like something is going to come up, but we'll either do a little cord cutting or some kind of healing. I'll guide you in a 5-minute little thing. So trying something new here for you. Let me know what you like and if it works for you and all the things. Okay. And say hi when you jump on. I'd love to see any comments, any questions, anything. Just let me know. Okay. So Libra full moon. It's 16 degrees Libra, and it's happening tonight here on the West Coast Pacific time at 9:34. So depends on where you are. It's going to be your whatever. I'll skip that sentence because it didn't come out. Hi everyone jumping on. So good to see you. So with this 16 degrees Libra, so you can look up where that is in your chart. And if you have any planets right around there, 3 degrees around, I would say, or maybe 5 degrees, around 16 degrees Libra. That is in the middle of your Libra house. And then you can also look at what's going on in your Aries house, middle of Aries house right now, because what's happening is that this full moon is right opposing Chiron, where transit Chiron is. So it's going to illuminate possibly woundings. It's a really, really beautiful time. Now I know what I just forgot. I was meant to put up a discount for you who wanted to buy one-on-one sessions today or for this week, but I will do that and let you know. So stay tuned for that. I'm just going to wrap my head around it as I think, or as I talk rather. So because of this aspect to Chiron, this is a beautiful time for inner healing. Chiron is that wounded healer. So it's things that we've been through in life, and this can actually, activate your Chiron too, I would look at, because that's what happened for me and several of my clients when Saturn was moving. It was also activating our own Saturn, regardless of that placement. So look up where your own Chiron is too. But Chiron in Aries is all about I am. It's Aries is all about I am. So it is, it might show up of who do you want to be, who are you, and who do you want to be, and what do you want to be more of, what do you want to accentuate, what do you want to uplift within yourself and show to the world, be more of in yourself. And for me, that's always about peeling off those layers to our full potential, to our soul, and to our gifts and all of that. And what the healing that wants to happen then is obviously where you where those limitations have been for you. Hi everyone jumping on, I'm so happy to see you. Where those limitations have been for you in your life. So that's where that the Aries Chiron comes into this. I also, before I say a little bit more about the full moon and Libra placements, I want to just say that what's going on now too, and I've gotten several people, I have a good friend here, and from me, and from other things that I've read today and yesterday alone, that we also have, apart from this full moon, we have a Mercury square Pluto right now, and that has been really seemingly really like quick changes or things that have been popping up in terms of unexpected kind of things revealed that we didn't know, or really like yeah, unexpected, and sometimes really dramatic things happening the last couple of days too. So that can be in your Taurus and Aquarius house as well. And anyways, I just wanted to mention that. Let me know if you've experienced anything like that. So with the Libra, what we are all as a collective working through is Libra is about relationships, and it's also about balance, about harmony. And that's where I wanted to talk about a little bit before we go into the cards today. Because relationships, any kind of relationships, we're relational beings. So all our relationships highlight something for us. As souls, we come in with these different soul contracts and this kind of like divine matrix of when we are meant to meet and how we're meant to meet and for what reason. So all relationship highlights something for us, and it's something that we can be wiser from. So sometimes that's going to be something that's triggering or that's highlighting our trauma. And this is what I work with so much in my mentorships and in my one-on-one sessions as well. People that have, and because we all have this, repeated patterns in our life that is showing our limitation, that's showing actually a core wounding somewhere. And that's where I come in and point out that core wounding, right? And because this is going to repeat in different kind of relationships in different kind of ways for you throughout life. So some relationship are going to be there so that we can stand up for ourselves and say, no more of this, no more of this trauma, no more of this not being seen, no more of this playing small, no more of this filtering. Some relationships are going to be that. So for all of us, I think that's going to come up, or that is already happening for you. And this is calling you. This is what I love to work with transits in astrology, because we can feel it. But then when we have these transits, we are called to take action on it. It's obviously always our choice if we want to take action on it or not. But if we want to say yes to ourselves and our soul journey and do it in a more rapid pace, then working with these transits can be really profound and fundamental. So that for all of you, see where are you in your relationships, in any kind, right? Any kind of relationship, because where you are settling, that is going to show up. And in all the work that I've done with myself and with my mentorship clients, especially relationship reflects worthiness. Especially the ones that you're settling in, that you're not being all of you in, or that is something where you're settling, that is actually also settling your worth, because you're worthy everything. So I encourage you, even if it's really hard, with this full moon and these few days now before and after, and also setting ourselves up for eclipse season in 2 weeks when that starts, because this is the beginning of this. And this full moon in Libra is also the beginning of the eclipse that's going to happen on the Libra Aries axis starting when the north node or the nodes are moving over in July, and for the next 18 months. So what's happening right now, and this is what's so fascinating to me, what's happening right now, it's going to be a theme that we can improve with these eclipses the next 18 months or even 2 years. So that's something for everyone to kind of just assess within you, to see where are you settling, where are you not standing up for yourself. And I encourage you all to have those hard conversations. It's not, for some, it's about letting go and cord cutting and actually taking steps out of certain relationships if it's not aligned anymore, and it's setting those boundaries. And for some, it's about having those hard conversations so you can improve the relationship that is there, right? So that you can see and say that, hey, this is what I need, this is what I think we need to talk about, where are you, all of those things, right? So that is what I want to say about this full moon. And then it's all about harmony within, because anything that is really like, that's agitating you, that's triggering you, anything that is not completely fully feels good in you, that's going to come up now too. And that's where this full moon is helping us to find harmony within ourselves, to really go in and see where can I do more healing to find that within myself, where do I get triggered and why, and how do I want to work with that. Okay, so that is the theme of Libra, to finding that harmony within. What I also want to say about relationships is that relationships is also obviously with yourself. Where are you not in balance in your life? Are you with work, with health, with your daily routines, with love, with your family, with your friends? All of it is coming to a balance. So it's really highlighted for you where you don't have balance and where you're being called to create that balance. And if you know a little bit more, for you who knows where that house falls in in your chart, where the Libra house is for you, and if you can do comments here too if you want to. If you don't know, then you can see where is this going to help you even more. And if there's planets, for me, this is, I have a Libra stellium, so it hits a lot of things for me, and it hasn't been comfortable to work through that. But because I can also read the planets, it's just so it's so helpful, because I know what I have to do, and I know where I have to push myself to get to that next stage. Because the thing is that growth isn't comfortable, and that we only grow out of our comfort zone, and that's why we're being called to take these steps. And the cards that I actually pulled today for the daily cards that I do now is taking that leap, going within first, so you know where to take that leap, and then taking the leap for you and for your dreams. So, and that is also obviously a relationship with yourself, and all of these things that I said, relationship with money and wealth and pleasure and all of that too. That's also all relationships. So see where you're at there. Okay, so everyone has a Libra placement. You might not have a planet in your Libra house, but you can look at where the house is for you. So I'm using whole sign mostly. Then you look at your rising sign is always the first house, and then you can count every sign from your rising sign to when you get to Libra and see what house that is. Or if you're using Placidus, it might be a slightly different house than whole sign. So you can see what house that is and what that represents for you, even if you don't have planets in Libra. And then you can also look at in the opposing house is Aries, that I talked about, that Chiron is conjunct the sun right now. So you can also see if you have any Aries placements and if that is hitting something for you as well. Okay, so maybe that was a question that I got here. So that can be illuminating for you. So for some of you, I do have, if you want to know more about your chart, for one, I have just an hour-long download that you can get, how to learn to read your chart and how to work with transits, because transits is magical in both your healing and in your manifestation. I do certain things like plan certain things on certain days that I know are beneficial for me, so that things can come to me easier, right? So you can open that door. And so I'm gonna, so you can listen to that if you want to buy just that video. And you can find that on my website, sanctuarywithinyou.com, first page. Next to that video, I have my 28 days Astro Transit Magic still available. I still have one single spot available, and I have a special price through Friday for you who want to learn to your chart, because I'm going to help you interpret your chart in group format, or you can get the personal interpretations in privately if you want to, but we're going to do it in group format in terms of planning ahead. I'm going to help you all. I'm going to give you a calendar, have you all put your coming transits on a calendar and how to find that for yourself. And then I'm going to be there as a support. We're going to have rituals on both of the eclipses coming up. We start on the 19th on the solar eclipse, and then I'm going to give you move through your chart with the moon, but I'm going to take into considering all the transits, current transit, because we're in eclipse season too, so you can feel how does this feel for you. And this way is how I now plan my months and my weeks, because I know that certain days when the moon hits certain things in my chart, I'm just going to feel a certain way, and I can plan to do things after that, both for my own energy and as well as what I'm putting out here in this world and what I'm healing and what I'm manifesting. So one more spot, special price through Friday. So jump on that if you haven't yet. It's going to be an amazing group that I'm going to help you with all of these things, and we're going to have so much fun together. So let's see here. What else was I going to say? I was going to say too, and I forgot. So let me just make it up. I was going to say, if you book a one-on-one session, if you book it today for some time, what I have available this week and next week, I'm going to give you an 11% discount. I have to go into to do it because I forgot to set it up. But let's do, what are we going to do? Harmony. So after I get off this live, I'm gonna do that right away, and I'm gonna, you can put in the discount code for my hour session, for my 1.5 hour session, or I'll do it for my Gene Keys too. I always have a Gene Key bundle of 2 sessions because Gene Keys are so big to dive into. So I'm gonna give you 11% discount if you book that today, so that you can have this extra support for healing right now. As I said, these next 2 weeks are really, really great to just dig in there, and you'll probably feel it already with things coming up. So that's there for you. Harmony is the code that I'll be using. Okay, so let's see. Let's go into, all right, beautiful. So let's go into the cards. Let's go into the cards. So I'm going to do a pick a pile so that everyone watching the replay can get it too. So first, and since you're here live, you're probably going to influence these two, so it'll be even more for you. But trust what's coming is coming, and there's always little insights as I take this little, like there's always little wisdom nuggets in each pile that might be for you too. So stay tuned, okay? So pile number 1 is going to be this beautiful selenite. It's actually selenite and aragonite cluster, but we call it a selenite cluster just to make it easy. So let's see here. Do you see it on both YouTube and Facebook? So I'm going to make sure. Yeah. So just feel into this. So that's pile number 1, and I'm going to do different decks for each pile. And then pile number 2 is the amethyst cluster. It's phenomenal as well. And pile number 3 is this gorgeous smoky quartz. So yeah, aren't they amazing? They're amazing. I have these at this one especially for my local markets too that I do in the summer with readings. So tune in which crystal is calling you for right now, for relationships, for having, I'm going to do a little bit kind of relationship theme. It's always going to be your inner journey, but see what comes up because I have different decks for all of them. So take a deep breath and tune in to your intuition. What feels best for you today? Selenite, amethyst, or smoky quartz? Okay, so if you're confused, just take a deep breath. Ground in with your roots. We can all do this together. Let's do it a little bit together. Ground in with your roots. Envelop your mind in this gentle cloud of love. Doesn't have to think right now. And then bring the awareness into your heart, into your belly. Bringing the awareness all the way down into your roots, feeling your roots grow into Mother Earth, all the way down to the center of the earth. You who have done my free grounding meditation that I have on YouTube or in any of my sessions at all, you know that I always pull you down into the center of the earth to the river of the universe that flows in the center of the earth. And this is the river that's always flowing. It's always there for you. It's pure creation. It is what you are made of. It's what you came from. So feel how you plant your roots down into the river and how this water is nurturing you, how it's coming into your whole body with gentle harmony and love. Breathe into this pace, the rhythm of your soul. And from here, the portal is open. We invite our guides that are here to guide us for our highest good and growth only. And now from your heart, you might get more messages in this portal that we just opened intuitively that you've been maybe asking or wanting to have answers to right now. If that's so, you can feel into that message. And then after that, you can choose what cards are best for you, what crystal is calling you with the most knowledge right now. Is it the selenite, the amethyst, or the smoky quartz? Trust the first thing that comes. Okay, Open your eyes. And the other piles, as I said, might have messages too. So tune into that. When I do readings that I have on my YouTube channel, where I do the monthly readings, they're all up now for April. You can read your sun, moon, and rising, or listen to your sun, moon, and rising. And how I do this, and you can do this for these piles too, is that your sun is your personality. It's kind of what you always are. And then that can be general messages. The moon sign, when you listen to your moon sign, is your emotional self. And that can be more linked to a relationship because it's how you kind of operate emotionally, which usually comes out in a relationship, right? So then you can get messages for relationship messages according to your moon sign. And then your rising sign is how you are in this world, what you want to do. So this is in terms of work, your soul purpose, your gifts. Also, it's about how other people perceive you. Not that that matters, but if it's something that you want to show more in terms of like, this is me, this is what's important to me, this is what I'm going to guide you in, or this is what lights me up, and this is how I want to inspire you, that can be your rising sign. So work related can be your rising sign too. So if you do have several things for these piles too, maybe there's messages with those placements for you. So tune into that. So we'll start with the Selenite Cluster. Okay. Ooh. And if you, whoop, okay. And as I said, you can put in comments too if you want me to let you know what house you're working with, where this Libra full moon is happening for you. You can say what house that is in. It's 16 degrees, or you can say your rising sign, and I'll help you with that. But now we'll go into the Selenite Aragonite cluster first, the white one. Did I show it? I forgot. So this one. So the card that jumped out. Let's see here, the supporting cards for it too. Okay. All right. So for this one, I'm using the Thread of Fate. This deck, it's amazing. I feel like this card wants to be shown as well. Some of you is going to be needing some patience with the bottom of the deck there. So the first card that jumped out, Get Wild. Okay, we're in Aries season here. So this is for you to take that leap and to do something out of your comfort zone, but according to your dreams. Be a little bit wild, do something spontaneous. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut or that things are not moving the way you want to, it might be because the universe is guiding you. But if you feel like, oh, there's something that I want a shift in and I want to get out of my comfort zone, but I'm not sure where to start, or some of you might be completely sure where to start too. This is getting wild, get out of that comfort zone, be untamed. This Libra full moon is so much also about not to people please. And you can see the blackberry on here too, is about, I used to live in Mendocino, north of San Francisco, and there's blackberries everywhere. And they are wild. There's nothing that can tame them, because they're meant to just grow. And if you try to, you'll get, it'll hurt you. So for you, this is about not filtering yourself. Be all of you, get out there, show yourself. People that doesn't agree with that, then they're not meant to be there in your life. That's a trigger that you hold for them, but that's their responsibility. It's not your responsibility to mold into something that you are not. So you are deeply, as you can see, I went into this energy so much. Get wild, okay? Do something spontaneous. If you don't know what that is, for me, this is also so much sacral energy. This is also, you can look at your Lilith placement, because that is usually where there's shame around desires and passions, and where that wants to come out more, so that you don't filter your passion, so that you don't stop in what your passions actually are. So get wild. What will help with this? So you're being called to alchemize. If there is any of that, that's probably a reason why I felt that, Lilith too. Any guilt or shame for for playing small or for being afraid what people are going to think of you, this is alchemizing time. That's going to help you get wild. So healing in whatever form you feel called to go to that core and to work through that so that you can break free from not feeling guilty. This is so common in my sessions and with my mentorship clients. Is that there is something where as a child we have been programmed to be the nice person, be the good girl or boy, or be like a perfectionist or whatever that is. That is like just that people pleasing of not having the love, not getting the love from our parents or from our caregivers or from loved ones, that we deserve and that we need as children. And because of that, when we're not fully seen of who we are, then, and we might have been manipulated and gaslit and all of that, pushed down as well, then that's going to show itself from shame, because a child always wants to be there, always wants to give love, but that might be something that you're working through with this. So time to alchemize that in your inner journey, on your spiritual, this is all spiritual levels, but extra much you are being called to go on this exploration inside of yourself, to do your shadow work, to connect with your heart, to connect to your higher purpose, to connect to your soul, because everything happens for a reason, obviously. And then as in action, I mean, these are also different action steps, but action, dare to dream. Okay, this is kind of this get wild, because this is for you who listen to my daily card today too. This is also for you. Dare to dream big. This is what I do in my manifestation workshops, everything, right? We can't cap our dreams to make them goals, because then they're not high enough. So you need to lift those glass ceilings and dream for the most, what you think is completely impossible, what your brain can't perceive. How is this going to happen? That's where we live in our full potential. So dare to dream big. Journal all those dreams now with the full moon, so that the full moon can help you release what stands in the way for that. Beautiful. And then, of course, we're moving into trust. You're being called to trust. This is what's coming in more and more and more for you. Trust in that what you can't understand with your mind is going to happen. And then trust the universe. Stay open that portal. This was something, talking about opening portals, this is for everyone to hear, is that I had this thing going on with a neighbor that wasn't good, and it was uncomfortable, and I had to have really uncomfortable conversations, because I realized that, anyways, she was doing a lot of things, and she was accusing me for a lot of things, and I had to go up to management and say, hey, I had to put my foot down, and I had to realize where I had been too kind to her. So then she started taking for granted these things in how I live, and where I have actually kept myself small in my home. So I set my foot down. It was very uncomfortable, but I did it. And then I just opened to the universe saying, hey, okay, I have set my foot down. I'm not going to do this anymore, but we're in this situation, right? So if I'm meant to be moving, I started looking at houses, like, show me this and better, because I love so many things about here. Show me this and better. And so I've been looking, and I've been just opening to it, and just like, well, however this is going to work. And if a move is obviously not what I wanted to be doing exactly right now, but if it's meant to do it and it's going to stretch me, and then I'll do it. Show me. And then last night, talking about unexpected, Mercury, Pluto, I got a notification that someone told me that she's actually moving. And I don't know how that happened, because I know that she's probably breaking her lease, or if they're helping her with that, whatever, she's moving to a house where she needs to be, and she cannot live in an apartment because of her issues. So that's good for her. I'm happy for her, and I'm very happy for me, because that takes that pressure off of me. And if I'm meant to be moving at some point anyways, I will. But that's how the universe just works, of I open that portal to say, what is my highest good? And then obviously this was completely unexpected, something that I didn't even think could happen. So that for you, in terms of trusting that your mind can't understand, right? So the last card for this pile, where you're heading into, if you are taking these steps that I've suggested here and doing your inner journey, doing this healing journey, you will come into such beautiful higher perspective. And this is where I bring everyone into. This is a soul-led life. We're here for a reason. Everything that happens to us is happening for a reason. So how can we soften, especially with this Libra full moon? Sometimes it feels like we have to set those boundaries, and it's more of a sword kind of thing. But how can we soften into this, so that you can come in to your heart? How can you soften into love? Not being complacent or anything like that, but just love, and then moving from there. Beautiful. All right. Any celebrate? Yes, yes, yes. Everyone celebrate. Yes, right. Yes. Thank you for that. I am celebrating too. It's going to be amazing. We'll say. I mean, so much is shifting and changing right now, but this is amazing, and I'm happy for me and for my daughter, and I'm happy for her because that's what she needs too. So it'll be more peaceful, harmony, as we talked about this Libra full moon for all of us. That's beautiful. So, okay, did that resonate? How was that for you? Anyone having how that sat for you that chose the selenite pile? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Okay, and then let's move on to, and then if that was the pile you picked, if you want to stay for the rest of the piles, you can, as there might be messages there for you. If you are signing off, remember the 11% discount harmony that I'm going to put into my schedule if you want to book an hour and a half, or a dinky session with me. Also remember that spot that is for the 28 days of transit magic is I have one more spot, and gosh, I go up here and then I can't talk about these things anymore. It's so funny. I have one more spot, and there's a special price through Friday as well. And if you like this format, I might do these videos or live on the full moons and new moons. If you like it, let me know, or how you would want to do that. I'm open for comments. I might do them live like this, donation based. If you for all of my free content that I put out, not just this, but I put out a lot of free content. I appreciate any donations. Thank you for that. So I might do a donation based, or I might do whatever $10 thing for these things, and then obviously then add, in that case, a longer meditation. We might go into that. We'll do a couple of personal cards after we're done with these piles as well. I will feel into everyone that's here live with me today. Okay, so perfect. Yes, 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 yes. You're already in, Regina. I'd love to have you there in the Astro Magic. We're a beautiful little group. It's just magic. I love groups. It's in my gene keys. Harmony is actually my highest space in my pearl, it's called, but that's my all fulfillment gene key. It's a part of what I'm here to teach. I'm also here to teach these natural rhythms. So what I'm doing in this course is exactly on point, and I love to bring harmony to groups. That's what I do in every single group that I have or are in my study group. I just put them together, and everyone is meant to be there together. So if you called for this, I know that there's more magic happening, not just what we're doing and the life changes that is teaching you, but also the group, because I always see there's so many things, beautiful things that we are taught by being in a group. And it's usually it usually has to do with that being in a safe group, because so many people don't have that too much around them. If you haven't created that in your life, it's something that I have really created, especially since my divorce. But if you don't have that, that's there for you. It's going to be a lovely group, like-minded, and we're going to have so much fun and love together and all of that stuff. So thank you for all the comments on that too. All right, let's go into the second pile here. And if you have any questions about the 28 days, you can click on the link. It's on the first page of sanctuarywithinyou.com. I put it in the description of both the YouTube video here that I'm doing live and on a Facebook video as well. And if you have any questions, just DM me. So the second pile is the Amethyst cluster. Look at this gorgeousness. So feel into if this was the pile that you chose, or if it has any special message in any special area. Trust your intuition here. And for this one, I am using a regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. Okay, so let's see. Amethyst people. Ooh, well, I guess you get two. All right. You have a lot. There's like cards like jumping, like pick me and me and me and me and me. All right. Ooh. So the middle card, you got two cards in the middle because they came together. So it's time to release something for you to step into your Emperor energy. Emperor energy is stability, is foundation, is the person who can delegate, is the person who knows their worth, who are just this I feel like so much stability. I feel like for you who want more groundedness in yourself and in your life too, if there's so many moving parts, like this is stability, but it's for you to embody this, and in order to get there, you are gonna have to let go of certain things. The death card is obviously is perfect with this full moon because this is where we release. You're gonna have to let go of certain things that's not the 100% alignment of this. In my Jinky studies the other day, I read that obviously, but it was so well put. Richard Rudd is just amazing how he describes everything. By the way, if it's a free, you can get your own profile at jinkies.com, and they have in the post, you can Google Jinky Pulse. I try to post it every week. But they have a free transcript of that too. So anyways, just listen to it. Listen to him because he's magic. What I wanted to say here, if you're 99% committed to something, that equals 1% commitment. Okay. And this is about this transit we're going through too with Mars in Cancer. Like your heart and your passion needs to be in something 100%. Otherwise, there is that part that isn't aligned yet. And why are you sticking with that part? What are you settling with, or what don't you want to see? What is it here that you're still kind of holding on to? So that's what's gonna have to be released here for you so that you can step into this Emperor energy. So you're going to, the medicine card for this is you're going to have to walk away from something. This is a card of grief, and you're looking at what you will be missing or what you want, like kind of what you're holding on to still emotionally, and you're not seeing that there's actually opportunities that you might not expect. You might not even see those opportunities yet. But you have to trust that they're there. So there's something for you to emotionally grieve, emotionally detach from. Same as that, like if I mentioned this apartment, all of this, like I love so many things here, but I can also see there are things that could be improved. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna release this one-way attachment that I've had to this place, because I was like, I cannot find a better place than this. Of course I can, this and better, right? When I had to start looking, and now I might not have to, but it released me from that, and I've done this in a relationship too. And I've made a promise to myself when I went through my divorce a few years ago that everything, that was the reason why I went through the divorce too. If it's not 100%, I'm not going to be here. Okay. And I'm going to have, obviously I had all those hard conversations for years before that. Right. And that was our agreement too. That's how we came together when we got married, that we're here to grow together and do this together. And if we're not, then we'll work through it. But if we're not, then that's a part of our vows, right? So it might be something too, talking about relationship, that you are meant to let go of. And I know, and as I said, I committed to that. So even in the few people that I've dated since then, it's the same thing of like, okay, if my heart is wanting it to be different, but if it's not 100%, I am going to walk away. Okay, because I'm honoring myself. So this was for you who are here and who chose this pile and who are feeling this message right in your heart, regardless of what you chose. Do everything 100%. Okay, 100%, and walk away and allow your heart to grieve, but make the decision, take that leap, and then walk away from what is not 100% and trust that the universe is bringing what's there from you, but you have to walk away first. Okay, so see what there is, that emotional attachment. And for you who are jumping on, hi lovelies, I'm on pile number 2, the Amethyst. So you can take a deep breath and feel into, if you want to do the replay for the first pile, which was the Selenite Cluster. Now I'm on the Amethyst, and then I'm going to move on to the Smoky Quartz, and then I'll do some cards, personal ones for you who are alive, I feel like too, as a nice little treat after. So continuing on this Amethyst, there's so much healing. As I said, as I talked about in the beginning too, this full moon and these 2 weeks on continuing on to the solar eclipse is happening in 2 weeks on the new moon in Aries, and that's the second new moon in Aries. So that's going to be these all the last 2 weeks, but the coming 2 weeks too. It's like we're all quantum leaping. But for you who picked this pile, you are you're also, there's something here with like you have been through a lot, okay? And this might have been going on for a long time. And if you have Scorpio, Taurus placements, that is definitely that, right? Because that's where the eclipses has been happening and still is happening. The eclipse in May is going to be in Scorpio, and the north nodes, or the north nodes are still in Scorpio and Taurus. So you might have been through something for a long time. It might also been a lifetime thing that you feel like, oh, I'm just done with this, I'm bruised and battered, right? But this is about I still have this feeling for this whole group of like letting down your guard to your heart. You know, there's something you don't have to hold it up anymore. I feel like there's something new coming from you once you take that leap. So let down the guard to your heart. Vulnerability is our greatest strength, especially when it comes to everything within ourselves. But then when we open up for a relationship, to not expect things, to not project things, and just be honest and open. This is how I feel, especially in those relationships that you want to keep, of like, this is how I feel. And not from a reaction space, like, how can we move with this is my truth. Okay, especially if you have 59 anywhere in your gene keys, by the way. That's, you can't, no one can escape it, no one can escape their worthiness. But that's extra important for you, because that's, you're worthy everything. Okay, so that's for this, to step into your Emperor energy is what I was going to say for that. You do have choices. So again, I feel like you need to really tune into your heart and take those action from what is best for me, even if it's a stretch. It's always a stretch. When you start choosing it yourself in a way and investing in yourself, whether that is the time, your commitment to yourself, in terms of like, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do this healing, investing in a coach that can help you quantum leap there faster, anything, whatever that is for you, or taking a stretch and investing in something that you've been wanting to bring into your life more. That is an extra step of investing in yourself. It's for yourself, but this is for you. Like, when you do that, then it's going to be a stretch, right? So you do have a choice here. I feel like if you are feeling confused, you have to tune in. And if you want help with that right now, as I said, use the code HARMONY. As I get off this live, I'm gonna activate that to get 11% off of any of my sessions. But also on YouTube, you're gonna have to scroll a little bit now. I'm gonna try to find a way to pin it. Is my free guided meditation. I have it on the first page on my website. It shows up towards the bottom, or even when you log on. And I have it on Instagram as well, towards the bottom of my Linktree bio there too. But if you need help to ground, do that so you can truly feel where you need to go. And then we have, okay, we have the World card. This is what you're moving into. This is so big. So I know this has been a little bit heavy because there's a lot of healing in this pile, but this is what you're moving into. The World is complete. You're complete. It's the last major arcana. You're completing this journey. How amazing is that for your heart? It might be a whole lifelong journey. It might be an ancestral journey that you are finally completing because you're standing up for yourself and you are prioritizing your worth 100%, not just 99. Okay, that's what you're moving into. So I hope that's enough for you to take this leap of saying yes to yourself, especially right now. This full moon is so healing. These next 2 weeks, it's always, I mean, I live and breathe healing. And healing for me is not fixing something. You're never broken. Your core is always whole. It's just that life makes us feel that there's something missing, or makes us maybe feel that a part of us is failing, or feel that we're not enough. All of these things. The thing is that we're always enough. So healing for me is never about fixing anything. It's about peeling off the layers that is not pure soul. Okay. So the last one for you, for Amethyst. Let's see. If you do this, if you do all these steps, you're going to have different kinds of choices. You're going to have a choice for you. For some of you, this is also trips coming up. So I don't know what that is, whatever, when you're going through this healing journey, it might present you something else for you. You have the world in your hand here. You're opening up this portal to the world. And for some, it's a physical trip. For some, it's just that choice of your passion, your creativity, of like, you finally open and you can see that, wow, now I'm here. I can choose this or this for me. And now I'm here. So beautiful. That was for all of you who chose the amethyst. All right, I guess I don't have to shuffle that anymore. All right, so now we have the Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz in itself is a very cleansing stone, by the way. So feel into if this was your, or if there's any messages here for you. You can play with this too, feeling like, okay, this might be a message in terms of this area for me. So trust your intuition here. Let's see where this gets you. All right, Smoky Quartz. You chose the Smoky Quartz. All right, beautiful. So this is my animal deck. So first one is the black bear. So the black bear is all about movement, physical movement. You need to get out and move, okay? It's interesting because in the first pile I got that. Oh, sorry if you heard that. I forgot to put on no notifications. For the first pile, I got that get wild. And sometimes we just need to do something different to get out of our environment, right? And yay, we just got that last spot for the 28 days of Astro Magic. That's amazing. Welcome, 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 sweetie. Mwah, if you're still listening. So I think we're full now. If some of you, if you've been wanting to contact me, and I'll see how I can do that. But I wanted to keep it really like intimate for us. But thank you for that. And I'm so excited to have you because I know your Aries placement too. So this is gonna be amazing for you, starting on the solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, so going back to the Smoky Quartz. Movement, okay? The blackbird talks about movement. Move your body, dance, go out and celebrate. We can celebrate here, or, dance for yourself. I love dancing, as you probably all know, and so often I do that, like my headphones in, late night, I pull down, like shut out all the lights, and I just move around, and it just is so releasing. So for you need more, and for some of you it might just be exercise too, but movement to shift something in your energy. Sometimes that helps and bring clarity as well. Drinking water, my body was just like, drink water. So for you too, drink water, especially with that movement. Hi, sweetie. So for you jumping on, we're on pile 3, Smoky Quartz. So take a moment to feel into if you are meant to listen back to pile number 1, the Selenite Cluster, or pile number 2, the Amethyst. And then you can listen back to the full moon, the Libra full moon. Anyways, I'm going to stop trying to talk because I have to be in my channeling space when I'm in my channeling space. And then we'll do some cards after this too. Okay, so for all of you listening to this, and pick pile number 3, movement. Okay, I feel like that's just going to, release a lot of things. The second one is, this is, let's see, Yitting, so that's more of a wasp rather than the pollinating bees. So the wasp is about really appreciate yourself and see your own beauty. Let's all stop for a moment and listen to this. Okay, thank you for bringing this in, whoever this was. So see your own beauty. This is Libra. Libra is that's where the full moon is happening today, or this evening. Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. Every sign has a ruling planet. So if you're a Libra rising, your ruling planet for your whole chart is Venus. And Venus is all about this divine feminine, something that I've worked with so much to find the balance in my life, and in my work, and in my rhythm. The divine feminine is the receptive, right? And within that, we also look at how we feel about our body. Maybe this is why that dance is coming in too. And do essential dance, like do it for you, feel good for you. Some of you have been in my my courses too, around taking selfies and just getting used to loving yourself and your physical body as you are, without having to change anything. Because when you embody that, oh my God, you are a queen, you are a goddess. We're here to love every single thing about ourselves ourselves, even the things that we don't love ourselves, that's where we really need to love. So with the wasp here, so that's for everyone with this full moon, just love yourself and dress in the clothes that you feel good in, and just enhance yourself so that you can feel this love from the inside and out. So this is about stop criticizing yourself, and this can be about other things than your physical body too, but it came in so much with this full moon. What I felt right now too, but appreciate and see your own beauty, inside and out beauty, see your gifts, see everything that you bring to this world. This is also something that I want to for everyone to have in their mind, is that someone out there, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's a colleague, someone out, or maybe even whether it's a child that hasn't come into this world yet, someone out there is manifesting you right now, with all the manifestation rituals that you are doing, and that I think everyone here is doing. Someone out there is here that is manifesting exactly you, with everything that you are right now. Go into that energy, because sometimes we just need an outside perspective, a mirror to mirror ourselves, right? Someone is manifesting you right now. How beautiful you are, how unique you are, how you express yourself, how you feel this world, how you feel this life. That is exactly who you're meant to be. Your uniqueness, your quirkiness, your all of it, your hidden things that you don't tell anyone about. Someone loves all of that. And we're many people loving all of that. But sometimes it's easier to see it from that perspective, okay? Beautiful. All right. Oh my gosh, I can talk forever. Let's see, where are we? Spiritual field. Okay. The bird. And this is a general bird. Sometimes I do, or the deck also has a specific bird, but general bird. And see, the moon is everywhere. Of course it is. The moon, the bird, the boot. Okay, love your booty too. That was a message from someone. And it was 222 here now, and 22 comments. See, harmony, love, all of it all at the same time. I love this. Okay, confidence. Confidence is where I was getting at. Birds in general, in this deck that I love, and that has been with me since 2004, is confidence. Confidence. Look over your self-confidence. Okay, this is also solar plexus, your worthiness. Act on your worthiness, and you are meant to dig deep so that you can come into healing anything that's in the way of that, and so that you can shine bright. All of these cards are there, obviously, all of that. And then in terms of taking action on, this is about this little beautiful monkey. It's how do I even translate that from Swedish? It's a mini one. Miniature silk monkey. I don't know. Anyways, this monkey that was for you. Yes, can we all shake our booties a little bit more? I love that behind. So this is in the action field for this reading, for this spread. And this is about, you have the responsibility for yourself. Don't give away power to someone else by thinking that you have to wait for someone to take action, especially now when we're talking about this full moon and relationships and all of that. Don't wait for anyone else. You can change your whole life. This is like, you can change your whole life with your own energy, with your own manifestation energy, with taking the leap, with doing everything that you love. You can change your whole life with that. So don't give away your power by waiting for someone else, or saying, oh, if that person did that first, or kind of waiting for that. Like, no, you can do all of it. You can do all of it. And you can do it. You don't have to do it yourself, but this is for you who feel like, yeah, you get it. If something else is like, that's just leaking your energy, you step into queen, goddess, king vibes here, in terms of that you can do this, you can make it happen. And a part of how we do this is to say to the universe, hey, I am doing this. I'm making this happen in my life. Tell me how, or send me the people that will help make this happen for me. So that you don't, if you have like if you have it set on someone in particular that you want to change, especially if in or that you want the change to come from, especially in relationships, right? Put that away. This is for you who, and I'm going to do another relationship workshop, a little bit different from the last time, coming up with this whole workshop series. It's going to be, but it's going to be a little bit further down the road. But anyways, anyway, like when it comes to relationship, we can never change anyone else, and we're not meant to change anyone else. We can inspire, but we can't expect that we inspire. The only thing is that to work it for us. Okay, so put out then to the universe, say, hey, bring me the people that will help me with this. If it's not this person that maybe you want to help you with something, or to see you in a certain way, or whatever that is, put that out to the universe and take that responsibility for yourself. So don't give away energy. All right, that was a long for some of you might. And again, this whole pile, this is for you. I mean, for you who picked this pile, the zebra loves all their stripes, and they're all unique. Every single zebra is unique, and this is about embracing. This is what you're moving into, embracing all of your uniqueness. And for you who understand Swedish, since I know I have a couple of people on here, this is about, med andra ord, ändra inte på ett vinnande koncept, speciellt inte när det konceptet är du. So don't change yourself. You are the success here. I'm not even going to try to translate that in word for word, but this is that your gift is here, is that you are unique. And that's your gift. Listen to that. That's your gift. You are unique with everything here, with your body, with your confidence, with everything. Like, you are unique. Embrace that within yourself. That's what you're moving into. That is how you can perceive the future of, like, yes, I am unique, and I'm going to embrace that. I think every single one listening here, we're kind of the black sheep of the family. Like, we all had to go through witch wounding and all of that, however that shows up in our life and in different ways in our life, right? All of that. We are unique, and we're meant to be unique. We're all leaders. Well, everyone that dares to be fully themselves and not people please, not being put into boxes. Every one of us that is that and don't filter ourselves, then we're going to inspire other people to be that, because we're in this gets me fired up because I love it. We're in this divine matrix of souls. We're meant to be unique. This whole society got it wrong. We're meant to be unique. I have had to go through so much of my Swedish cultural stuff, jantelagen, of fit in and don't sticking out, and then you're egotistic, and then you're this, and then you're just like, no. And then here in the US, it's like, oh, well, this American dream. No, F that American dream. I don't want that. I want different. I want change. I want to be who I am, and we're all meant to be that. And the more of us that can be that, then we inspire others to be that, because we're meant to be in that divine matrix, to help each other, to uplift each other in our own uniqueness, and then someone else has a uniqueness that I don't have, and I get to appreciate and be helped by that because I don't have it, and then you get help from me. All of it. Be unique. Be you. Okay. I think you heard my my message. Oh, you have that too in Denmark. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe it's all Scandinavian countries. That's so interesting. I thought it was, or I didn't actually reflect over if it was just Sweden or not. But now I know it's in Denmark too. Makes sense that it's in probably Norway too. Okay, so then the last card for you who chose the Smoky Quartz is, yes, we've talked about this through all the piles too. I always have to ask what this animal is armadillo. Armadillo is the English word. Is about opening your heart. Okay, you have a big armor around you, and as I said in the last pile, vulnerability is our greatest strength, and this is the last. So this is what you're moving into. If you do take these steps that I've suggested here, what these cards have shown, if you do take them, then that's going to help you open your heart and not having those boundaries up, and that's going to help you to call in also more just like closeness and so that's like, it's actually like I feel like it's a lot of physical closeness too. We are human beings. We need that with each other. We need to give ourselves or give each other big hugs and all of that. And so some of you here that chose this pile, you might be calling in someone, a partner, a friends, or just that closeness. I feel like all of this that I've talked about now overall for this pile is about being you, moving, loving your body, and then being your uniqueness. You're opening up so that you can call in more of that, okay? That's the prediction card if you do all these steps. All right, lovelies, that's amazing. Thank you so much for being with me on this pick a pile, and for you who are watching the replay, thank you so much for this, and also thank you for your donation for all the free content that I am putting out there. And as you can see, I'm doing more and more of it, and so now I'm gonna go in. I'm going to turn off on YouTube because I'm not sure if they're capping me on an hour, so I'm gonna do that and do the rest in my Facebook group because that's where most of you are, or pretty much all of you are. So thank you for this so much, and I will see you soon on YouTube again. And then let's see here.